Here's Darmian, well worked here by Inter. And Darmian scores! Brought off the bench. And Inter have found a way through, thanks to Matteo Darmian.
The Calcio Guys is a weekly podcast by Adriano Donardo, Gianni Delacoli, and myself, Nicholas Di Giovanni. We want to bring Calcio back to its roots in our communities and share stories from around the world about why we're passionate about the beautiful game. You can listen to us anywhere where you listen to your podcasts, including Spreaker, Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, iHeart Radio, and Mixcloud. Give us your opinion on social media at The Calcio Guys on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The intro song is Fireworks by Jazar. Counting down the days until possibly a new cycle begins, or at least the end of an era for one team, and start of at least a new happiness for another team. And we're going to have Pasquale from Inter Club Montreal on with us tonight. Pasquale, how's it going?
Good, you guys. Buonasera.
Buonasera.
So we got a Juve fan, a Milan fan, and an Inter fan in a podcast. We're all going to behave, right?
Yeah. Pasquale told us off air he's going to behave. He knows he's 95% clear, but he's going to behave tonight.
But after 11 years, we can celebrate something, you know.
Yeah,
That's
just waiting for the official Scudetto win, right? I think a couple of Inter fans in these past few weeks, if I've spoken to them, they've told me, okay, let's wait for the congratulations, let's wait. But at this point, 5 matches left, 11 points up on Atalanta. It's all but confirmed, so we'll just have to wait. But Pasquale, before we get into the serious Inter talk, so you're an Inter fan, you're from Italy. What we like to do on this podcast, we want to know how come you're an Inter fan. What made you like the Nerazzurri?
Actually, when I was 7 years old, all my dad's family it's Inter Milan fan. All my dad's family. So then one day I was watching a game and said, you know what? I like soccer because I was a kid. I didn't know really what it was. I used to play with my friends when I was younger and everything. Then one day I saw the summer in '97. I saw this guy, Ronaldo, the Brazilian.
Yeah.
And then I fell in love with Inter. And then I said, oh, my God, I think I'm an Inter fan. And then by then, my love for Inter it grows. So,
Yeah, and you know what? That's one player to definitely idolize, especially in that era. El Phenomenal, Ronaldo, the original Ronaldo, as many people like to say. Would you say, Inter has produced, many legends? Again, before we go into this season and everything like that, all the nitty gritty stuff, Pasquale, who was, besides Ronaldo, who was, your favorite players growing up? Who did you idolize? Who took it over the top for you to with this Inter team?
Okay, so when Ronaldo was injured, I was in love with Recoba. And the first time I went to San Siro, I was 10 years old. Was the 28th September of 2000. I remember when he scored the first goal, I was so excited because it was my champions. It was my favorite after Ronaldo because he was injured. So I said, you know what, Ronaldo. Then Vieri, then slow. Javier Zanetti because he was always loyal and was the captain of the team. So, but my favorite, even right now, it's Ronaldo, the phenomenon. Is imbattibile proprio, ragazzi.
Yeah, definitely one of the best all-time players for sure. You're originally from Italy. You made your way to Montreal. What's it been like to be an Inter fan in Montreal, to be away so far from your team? I mean, how many years have you been here?
Almost 8 years. In September, it's going to be 8 years.
Okay, that's a pretty good amount of time. Talk to us about how you keep track with the team. I mean, obviously it's easy now with social media, with the internet. You're part of Inter Milan Club Montreal. How did get involved with that? Tell us some about your experience about being an Inter fan in Montreal.
Actually, guys, for many years I didn't follow because I was younger. I was thinking about other things. Then I said, you know what? I'm missing something. I'm not in Italy anymore. I used to watch the games in the restaurant where I used to work. So I was always an Inter fan inside, but something is missing. Then I saw we have an Inter club in Montreal, and I started to went there to watch my games. That's before COVID, like 4 years ago. And I was up. I said, now I really feel myself at home. So it was that remind me when I was younger. Remind me Milan. Remind me my team, because your team is gonna be always in your heart. Que tu veux, tu veux pas, is gonna be always here. So,
you're right.
So
you're right.
For me, was a very good experience, and I'm the advisor of Inter Club, so I'm very happy to be part of this special club. So, but yes, it's true. When you're not home anymore, you have nostalgia. You have la malinconia. So it was for me, it was something. For me, it was really something, and I'm very happy to be part of it.
And you know what, Pasquale, it's such a great thing. We live across the pond now. Well, you were born in Italy. We were born here to Italian roots, and we can speak for Montreal. We can speak for the East Coast in general. If we're talking Canada, if we're talking the United States, and there's so many different fan club groups across North America, right? So it's just so great to see those traditions, those family environment, just that whole passion behind Calcio, the sport that we love. And again, it doesn't matter what team you support. It's the beautiful game that brings us all together, right? And I think that is truly beautiful because it brings a sense of pride and family, or close knit culture, and everything. Everything is just so great to be a part of, even though we are far away. But what's not far away for Inter fans is the Scudetto, right? And this was the greatest transition ever. I'm just going to put that out there. But no, Pasquale, tell us about maybe expectations before the season, at the halfway point, and where we sit now with Inter. What have you made of this season? Year 2 under Antonio Conte. What have you made of this season?
Okay, so if I'm gonna be honest with you, the first 5 games I said, guys, we can't do that. We can't do that because we lost the final last year of the UEFA Cup. We went second with -1 point of Juventus. I said, guys, we can do that. So me until Christmas, I said Juventus is gonna win again, or maybe Milan. I wasn't sure about Milan because was like not lucky win, but the
overachieve
style of playing. I said Juventus is gonna win again. Then I'm pretty sure Antonio Conte says something like stronger. I say, you know what? When I saw the first 4 games, I say, you know what, guys, maybe we're gonna reach Milan. Then when we reached the first place, I said, oh my God, I can't believe it. I can't believe what happened. The way we were playing, the way the guys were united, I said, you know what? Maybe it's gonna be the year. And I had my confirm in March, because me before March, I said that Juventus is gonna win again for the to finish the cycle of 10 years, because like everybody does that. So but now I'm happy because I saw finally after years, because you guys know, I saw my team very united. I saw a nice group. I said, you know what, this year we're gonna win for sure, and now I'm happy. But it took me time, because when I saw the first 5 games, I said, guys, we can't do that. It's gonna be worse than last year, because I saw the champions too. When I saw the champions, I said, guys, please, I'm gonna change my team right away. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that, but you know what I mean. But you know what? You know what I thought, actually, guys. I thought maybe Conte, his target is not the champions, is not the Coppa Italia. I think the target was the Scudetto. That's why maybe, but
from day one, yeah.
Yes.
Sorry,
I wanted to ask you about Conte because I felt like there were points this season where people were talking about, Conte's future, his job security. We had an episode, I think in February with Alex Dono, who said Conte has to win the Scudetto to keep his job. He was basically on the hot seat, Conte. Second season now with Inter. What have you made, I guess, almost of the roller coaster ride with him, and the fact that the Champions League fourth place in the group 2 years in a row. Sorry, it was third place last year. Then this year was fourth place. Obviously no Coppa Italia. It is going to be the one trophy. But what have you made of Conte as the Inter coach?
Listen, you know what I really think? I think that if we wanted to reach the height level, we have to start from scratch. So the first thing was Scudetto. Maybe next year is gonna be Scudetto again. I hope so. Maybe another trophy, but you know what I think? I think maybe next year, if we're gonna buy a couple players, because we need a couple players that we're gonna talk about after. Maybe we can reach the quarter of the finals, but I'm not sure about that because we really need to work on it. I think something missing. First of all, I love Andanovic. He's a very good player. I love him because for me that's history. But I think his time is gone because he's 37 years old. He can still play, but he can't play in Inter because we saw the latest games, all those goals, stupid goals. I'm sorry, you can't do that. You play for Inter. You're in the first position. You do that. I'm sorry. I love you, but you can do that. So, actually, Inter always the Argentinians and the history. Talk about it. Me, actually, I was thinking about Musso from Udinese. He's a very good player. He's young, and I think he's a very good match for Inter. Then I think we have to reinforce the centrocampo on the middle. Guys, I'm sorry, but I love Eriksen. But if we can sell them and get a couple players like on the left, like me, I really like Tagliafico. He can replace Perisic and Darmian, so he can play always. But then the last 20 minutes you put Perisic or Darmian. You saw with Verona and with Parma. You put in the latest 20 minutes, he's gonna do his job. He's gonna do very well. So then actually I thought about for the defender because we need that. We always have Skriniar, Bastoni, and we need another one to make them breathe, And the most important thing that we really need is 2 forwards to replace Lautaro, Lukaku, because those guys they're very tired. you saw the latest couple of games, the way they played. The guys are tired. I understand them. That's
Mika, all this, you guys need everything. You guys won the Scudetto, you bought all kinds of players, but you need more. These are typical Inter. No, I'm joking, Pasquale.
Sorry to interrupt. Look at Juve in 11-12. When they won the Scudetto, I know the team was very different because the talent on that team is nothing like what Inter has. But basically what Conte did, and followed by Allegri, is they continued growing. So you get that Scudetto money, and you just continue buying players, and you grow. And that's, I don't know if I'd say it's a knock on the Italian game, but that's just soccer. You get money, you buy more players, you develop. And I know, I'm not going to predict the future here, but if Conte could take the same approach as he did, 8 years ago, 9 years ago with Juve, maybe he could buy all those players that he wants.
Yeah, I think you're right, and you know what? I think for Inter, just getting back into the Champions League was a step forward. They have, the Milano clubs have had this banter era, have had this era where it's been a bit dark for fans, and just to get back into Champions, I think for Inter's sake has been a first stepping stone. Yes, they've crashed out of Champions League, but just to get that revenue, just to get that money out of Champions League is something. Now you win the Scudetto this year. Now you can start really planning for the future. So we did have a question from another local boy, fan of the show, former guest, Mas Richo, asking about like goals for next year. So Pasquale, what do you say? Maybe they can win the Scudetto again. Is that a realistic goal, or is that you speaking from your heart? Where do you see next year if Conte obviously stays and everything stays the way it is? What do you realistically think for next year?
Okay, first of all, I think that Conte for what he shows last year and this year, he deserves. So. Okay. Me honestly, I think that next year we're gonna reach the champions for sure. Maybe, like I was saying before, maybe the I quarti di finale. But for really, I think about my heart, we're not really competitive in champions. But if we reach that step slowly, we can grow. We can grow slowly. But of course. The Inter from 2010 and this Inter over here is completely different. You can compare it. But you know what? I think if we have the same mentality from this year and we keep going, we can reach something good. That's what I think. But champions, I don't know about that. It takes maybe another 15 years.
Another 15. No, but what's missing for you, Pasquale? Like, a lot of people say Conte's system, Conte's mentality, it doesn't work in Europe. It only works in Italy. What do you think? What do you say to that? Can something be fixed, or what needs to be fixed in that matter to get things working in Champions and in Europe?
Yes, actually, Conte he has a very hard head because he love the defensive at three.
The Southern mentality.
Testadura.
Exactly, testadura. And me honestly, as I was saying before, I will put a fourth one. Me honestly, I will do a 4-3-3 or 4-3-1-2.
4-3-1-2. Okay. So no wingers. Yes. 2 strikers, trequartista, and 3 midfielders.
Because actually, when we gave Parma like 2 weeks ago, something like that, when Sanchez was inside, Martinez and Lukaku together, guys. The team was another, you know what I mean? So I think you have to change some tactics because Conte now it's too predictable. People now knows. So he needs to change something like a surprise, We need other players. Like me, honestly, when I see, I'm nothing against them, but when I see Kolarov on Inter, when I see Ranocchia on Inter, and
we know.
But I really respect them because back in the days they were very good players. Ranocchia è un uomo di spogliatoio, secondo me, che può aiutare la squadra. But sorry, bro, you completely sorry about
it. It's every team needs that. You look at Juve, they have Carlo Pinsoglio. You look at Milan. I don't know, who does Milan have as the locker room guy, the glue. I don't know, maybe Antonio Donnarumma. Sometimes it's a goalie. Exactly. Like for Inter, it was Berni last year.
Tommaso Berni.
Yeah, the legend. But yeah, for sure. We got another.
Yes. No, sorry, because I don't need too much.
Oh, you don't hear me?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Now, yes. Okay. Maybe I have no lines over here.
Technical difficulties. We've been doing this for over a year now. We got a question on Twitter from our friend Jan, who's part of the Milan Club Montreal, and for some reason it kind of started beef on Twitter. Simple question. People get sensitive on Twitter.
Let it be.
He basically asked, does winning the Scudetto at the cost of selling half your squad to balance the books, is that what you envisioned when the project started? He basically worded in another way, did you envision having to sell your best players after winning the title when this project with Conte started?
No. I think not, because if we win, it's because of them. What we do? We're gonna win one Scudetto, and then we're gonna sell the team. What is this? No, for me it's not. I don't think so.
You need to build.
Of course. We build the team, and now we have to change it. I will change something, like I was saying before, but for example, I will never sell Martinez. I will never sell Lukaku because of them. To get, it's I think they say it's a couple together.
Yeah.
There's a lot of goals in Europe, guys. You know what it is? They're both young. Martinez is 24. Lukaku is I think it's 27 or 28. They can stay in Inter for other 5-6 years. Those guys, you know. So, as I was saying before, I would change something, but I won't touch them. Because if you want to make money, you have to sell Barella, you have to sell Lukaku and Martinez. Maybe you can reach 250 millions, but I will never do that because if you do that, you're gonna go in Serie B for real.
Yeah, no, you're right. But I think it's tough in this year too with COVID and everything.
Yeah.
You know, the books aren't balanced, right? Teams are in the reds. Teams are. If they are in the green, it's barely, or they're just breaking even. It's been tough times for these clubs. This past year, over a year now. Yeah, it's really bad, right? So, I think, I don't know. You mentioned Handanovic, maybe to part ways with Handanovic. I can see that. I could see Musso. I think you're spot on with that. I can see Musso transitioning from Udinese to Inter, making the jump. Like you said, the Argentine connection that Inter and Argentina has, so it fits well, right? But you mentioned your forwards, Lautaro and Lukaku. Me personally, I just wanted to hear your take on Lukaku because since day one, or even before day one, Lukaku out, Lukaku. Uomo di merda, he's not good enough. He's slow. He's not going to produce in Italy. He's coming from the Premier League, this and that, Yeah. And I think he proved a lot of people wrong. He had a hefty, price tag. I don't know how much you guys spent, but it was a lot of money, right?
No,
if it was like 60, 70 million.
Yeah, I think it's about 75.
Exactly. 75 million, right? So. It's a lot of money, right? Especially for Inter coming back up to relevance, So, Pasquale, what have you made of Lukaku? Last season into this season. I personally, for this season, picked him for Capocannoniere, and I'm a Milan fan, so I am saying that. I still think he can do it because he has proven a lot this season. I think he's made a step above from last season. I don't know if that's all him. I don't know if that's Conte. But what have you made of Lukaku? Transitioning from the Premier League to the Serie A and on Inter these 2 years?
Listen, Lukaku last year was very strong, but actually was strong, but come si dice in inglese? Non teneva la palla, non riusciva a integrarsi bene. It's very hard. It's very hard to get integrated to a new team, especially in Serie A, because as we know, the Premier League is more faster. Here it's more tactical. So me honestly, in from last year and this year, I think Lukaku improved a lot, and I'm very happy because it's amazing. Me, I saw Lukaku. He has 4 defenders, and come si dice, he was hitting all 4. Like that's the phenomenon.
Phenomenal. I was gonna say.
It's not the same team. It's not the same thing. You can compare it, but it's very good. Improve a lot. But sometimes it make me mad because, like last year, you by yourself in front of the door. La palla va fuori. Why?
Yeah,
that's a big problem because you need to be decisivo devi essere davanti alla porta, non puoi fare sti errori.
Decisive, for sure.
So you have to be clinical in front of goal. You gotta finish your chances. Yeah, no, you're right.
But Pasquale, can you just imagine like the runs that he goes on when he like runs by a defender when he uses his
he's
speed
fast,
and strength.
He's fucking fast.
It's like on FIFA. Like Like last year on my FIFA 20 Ultimate team, I had Lukaku. I love playing with him because you just go on the long run. He's so strong, and he's like that in real life too. And can
incredible.
you just imagine if fans were in the stadium and they got to see him like that? Like the season we're having,
especially
it sucks
this year,
that fans aren't there, you know? And especially a guy like Lukaku, he came into the Serie A, played half a season in front of fans, and now, you know, especially for you as an Inter fan too, you have this whole season that you're going to win the Scudetto and you don't have fans. For me as a Juve fan, I don't mind because, you know, nobody has to painfully watch Juve play this season at the stadium. So, yeah. I wanted to ask you, Pasquale. So we are Juve, Milan, and Inter fans right here, and as everybody knows, these were the three teams that wanted to create the Super League, which really now is a thing of the past. We had,
big time.
We had Steve on last week, and he said by next week everyone's going to forget about it, and that's 100% true because nobody's talking about it now. But I wanted to get your take on it. What did you think about this whole Super League thing?
Me, honestly, I disagree because if you ever talk those three teams like Inter, Milan, and Juventus, that, as I was saying before, for the late 80 years they always won. For me, I think that you kill the Serie A. You kill the Serie A if you remove those three teams because when you think about, for example, let's be honest. If you go to New York or if you go to China, to a sport, to a shop for un negozio di calcio, for example, you're gonna find Inter, Milan, and Juve stuff. That's for sure, 100%. Honestly, I went to Greece. What was there? Inter, Milan, and Juve. I went to France, Inter, Milan, Juve, beside the Paris Saint-Germain and everything, you know. Then I went to New York. Per caso, I found Roma, but I found Roma for sure, yes. But what was first? Inter, Milan, and Juve. That's what it is. Serie A, that's what it is, guys. Juventus has 36 Scudettos. Us, we have almost 19. Milan
and wait, Pasquale. For anybody who's listening to the audio, Pasquale put the quotations on 36 for the Scudetti. Just for everybody to know. Continue, Pasquale.
They said 38, but 36, whatever. They have more than 30 Scudettos.
Yeah, let's put it that way.
Nearly 40.
My God, Maronna, I'm nice, but you know that's what it is. If you ever want to do the Super League, you're gonna kill the Serie A. I'm gonna be happy for Napoli. I'm gonna be happy for Atalanta because maybe they're gonna win something. But guys, let's be honest. What's Serie A? Inter, Milan, and Juve. That's what it is.
There was a lot of negative talk on it. I think, listen, Pasquale, we spoke about it. We weren't in favor. We understand what they're trying to do. Obviously, our sport has become more of a business as the times have gone on, right? We all know that. It's not new.
It's all about money. It's all about money.
Exactly, right? So we're not that naive. We do know that. I think it just hits home for a lot of people because this sport is more than just a sport. You go across the pond to Italy, it's a culture. You go to Greece, you go to these other countries, it's more than just a sport, it's a culture, it's a lifestyle, right?
Exactly.
So I think, but besides, just all the financials and who's in, who's out, just, the love of the game is going to be gone just for those simple facts. But, I guess, shifting back to what's in front of us now. What else did we have, Nick? What else did we have for Pasquale?
I think that was it in terms of social media questions. We did get one from Don Dapper or Andrew Mocello on Instagram.
Yes.
He's a friend.
Yeah. Local boy, local Montreal boy.
He did ask, what does the summer transfer market look like for Inter? You pretty much answered that. We didn't have too many social media questions, unfortunately. But
so we'll go on then. I think we'll go on. What else did you want to bring up?
I don't know if I don't know if you have any other Inter questions, Idri, because I got. I think it's time to start talking about the Azzurri. We're what 7?
Wait.
I think 7 weeks away. Let me count. We're Friday. We're Thursday today, April 29th. Tomorrow's Friday. Italy plays on Friday, June 11th. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks away from the Euros. I can't wait.
Okay, before we get too excited, Well, I'll make this transition now. Barella. We're going to speak about Barella because he is an Italian national team player. He plays for your club, Pasquale in Inter. For me, a bit jealous. He went to Inter. I would have loved him in Milan, in the better side of Milano, the red side of Milano. But what have you made of Barella? He's been a fantastic player. He came from Cagliari. He made the jump up to Inter, and he has proven a lot in a short amount of time. He's now touted as one of the best midfielders in Serie A. He's among a lot of the great names in Europe, across Europe as well. And he's still very young, Italian player. We love to see our young Italian players do well. What have you made of Barella? From last season into this season, and where do you see his future?
Okay, so I'm gonna explain you something. Barella, I love him because he's strong, he's loyal, and first of all, he's an Inter fan. So I hope he's gonna stay with Inter for the next 5, 6, maybe 10 years because it's loyal. And you know what? If is not gonna be a captain, I think he really deserves to be a captain because the way he plays, the way he suffered for the team, I think he really deserves it. So for me, honestly, he's gonna stay with Inter until somebody is gonna sell him. That's what I think.
What have you made of his play? Has he been one of your standout players of the season? Besides the obvious names of Lautaro and Lukaku, because everybody likes to talk about the attackers, they score the goals, they get all the talk. But a player like Barella, I think sometimes his work goes unnoticed. Maybe would you say that, or would you say that he's overrated, underrated? How do you rate him?
Honestly, how can I say? He's not non è sopravvalutato.
Okay, he's not overrated. Okay,
he's not overrated. I think he's amazing. He's very amazing. The way he plays, the way he stays with the team, the way he loves the team. Because guys, let's be honest. If one day Real Madrid call him or Juventus call him because those teams they have money. Not right now because there is COVID, but
Chase sold. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna stay loyal with the team. So I think he's very loyal and he deserves to stay in this team. That's what it is. It's not overall. I think his value is that, and he's gonna be that. That's what it is.
Perfect.
I don't know how to explain in English, but that's why io penso che il suo valore è questo, non è sopravvalutato. Per me gioca veramente bene e si merita il posto in squadra come titolare e non si deve muovere. Even with Italia, I think he really deserves it because he's very good. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's not overrated. He belongs in the squad. He's loyal. You think he'll stay there for a long time. Listen, I don't know. I know L'Era della Bandiera seems to be over with these clubs, but I think if he's one of these players that can be that for Inter, I think he's in good hands, and or Inter's has some value there, right, with Barella. But I guess we'll shift over to the Italian national team quickly before we let you go, Pasquale. But I don't know, man. I don't know how big you are with the jerseys and the kits, but I don't know, man. This 2021 training kit jersey.
I saw you commented. You didn't like it.
Uno schifezza totale, Pasquale.
Actually, you know what? I'm an Inter fan. I love my Inter stuff. But this year, the second T-shirt, like La Tovaglia di Tavola, I really don't like it. I didn't buy it. So
the tablecloth.
I bought this one and I bought that one. That's it.
Oh, the third one. Okay, perfect.
They're very ugly. And actually, when I saw the new one, the first one, I said, guys, what what the fuck are we doing over here? Okay. My president is Chinese, but this thing is too Chinese. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Mommy. I'm dead, bro. That's funny.
Facciamo i bravi, huh?
Yeah. It's a
guys,
good kid for FIFA.
Yeah, guys, I want to just apologize because my English is not perfect, but I hope I was clear tonight.
It's fine.
No,
it's better than a lot of people in Montreal. Let's just put it that way. I'm not pointing out any. I'm not calling out any names. People from Montreal, they know who they are. They speak another language that's Latin, but not Italian.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Listen, guys, I can speak, but with soccer, I can't really explain 100% myself because of my language. But it's okay for me. It's a very good experience.
No, you know what, Pasquale, it's fine because I think this game, no matter what language you speak, you can understand what we're talking about. Everything is understood across the board. But we're excited about the Euros this summer. At a time last week, we didn't know if it was going to happen with all our stars, with this stupid Super League and this and that. There were so much things up in the air. They announced 25% capacity at the Olimpico for the games in Rome. Which for people who don't know, that's about 18,000 people. I'm pretty sure that can be attending the games in Rome. Us over here, we're super excited. How excited are you for Euro 2021?
2021 because 2020. I'm sorry, we have to forget about it.
Yeah, exactly. How
very
excited are you, Pasquale?
Yeah. I'm very excited because you know what, I saw a nice Azzurri finally after years because for the late 5-6 years, I'm sorry guys, but those guys were disgusting. But
you're right.
I think that we're gonna go far. I don't know if we're gonna win, but I think we're gonna go far because the team is there. We have a very good team from other teams in Italy like Sassuolo. We have a Berardi that's amazing. We have Belotti from Torino that is amazing. We have Donnarumma. I'm Inter fan, but I really love him. And you know what? I hope he's gonna stay with Milan because he grew up Milan. You can go just because you think about money, but that's another story.
Yeah, another discussion for another day.
Yes, that's exactly. Centrocampo è buono, difesa è buona. You know what? I think we're gonna go far. And finally, guys, I saw a United team like 2006 back in the days. Finally, guys. Finally.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Perfectly.
I'm very happy. I'm very excited, and honestly, I can't wait to watch the games. Maybe one day even together if this COVID is gonna end. But
I was just about to say that now.
Speriamo.
Now,
Fingers crossed.
With these vaccines and everything, maybe we'll be able to pass by the restaurant or anything, be able to watch Italy together. That's honestly that's what I want to do. I just want to, be able to maybe watch a couple of games with a couple of people, because that's what the Euros is all about. Like me and Adriano, we watched the 2006 World Cup together. We've been watching Italy, these tournaments together since we were 9 years old. And even though he's a Milan fan and I'm a Juve fan and you're an Inter fan, we're all gonna get together as long as we're Italian.
When Italy plays,
siamo tutti italiani.
Yeah,
siamo tutti italiani. Finito, punto. Anche even in 2006. We won, but a lot of players were from Juve. But what is that? We won because Materazzi scored twice. But what is this? Italy, it's Italia.
Yeah,
we don't have. It's stronger because Juve was there, Milan was there, Inter was there. Siamo Italiani, so that's what it is. We don't know if we stay united, we can win something, even with Azzurri. Because guys, the team is there. It's a very strong team. I'm actually surprised.
And it's a young team too, Pasquale. Yeah, exactly. We said the same thing. They're young, and you talk about unity, Pasquale. And I think we got to tip our hat off to Roberto Mancini. Personally, I think he's done a good job uniting this team, creating this. I don't know if you want to call it project or what you want to call it, but we always say it on our show. He took Italy from a dark time with. We don't name the last manager we had, Mr. I don't know, Pagliaccio, whatever you want to say. We don't name his name. We don't say it on the show. But he took Italy from a dark time, and hopefully can bring them to a brighter place. with the Euros coming this summer and the World Cup next year. But you said difesa buono, centrocampo buono, l'attaccante. What do you make of the attackers? Immobile, Belotti. We like Ciccio Caputo, but what do you think for the striker? Because that seems to be the biggest talking point when you speak about Italy.
Listen, I'm an Inter fan, but me when I see Insigne, Belotti, and Immobile together, guys, possiamo dare fastidio. I think possiamo dare really fastidio.
Yeah,
a lot.
I hope so. I hope so. It's. I think with the attack, I've said it before, it's one of those things where, if they get cold, that's what's gonna kill Italy. But if they work together, I think, for me, one player I'm really excited about is Berardi, because we know what Insigne could do, we know what Immobile and Belotti could do. Berardi, he hasn't played in a major tournament yet, but he's having a fantastic season. So is Insigne.
Yes.
And I think, a lot of people criticize Immobile, even Belotti, for not scoring. That's because they don't get service. But if Insigne and Berardi are on their game, they're going to get plenty of service. So it's going to be very, very exciting to watch.
Plus, we have so many options. We have so many options too. Like we always say it. Like Nick was brought up Berardi, but we have we have Moise Kean, that Pasquale. He can play anywhere, right? We know that he can play anywhere in the front line. He won't replace Insigne, but Kean can play on the right. He can play up front if we need him to. So these are other guys that we have options. I think up front. I think it's just who's going to gel with who and who's going to be able to show their real, their true talent and their true, good performances, because that's what we need.
And before we let you go, Pasquale, one last question. Back to Inter. Looking at the schedule, looking for match day. We're going on match day 34 now. Inter 79 points. Atalanta 68 points. Inter plays Crotone. So you got 1 versus 20th. With Scudetto on the line, it's Saturday.
Forza Crotone.
Actually, you know what? Can I say something before your question? I'm sorry. I'm half Calabrese. I'm really sorry about Crotone because those guys score, huh? Those guys scores, man.
Simy.
Oh my God, those guys scores.
Yeah, that's
incredible.
Yeah, that is a good point. Yeah,
but you know what? I think some of those players, they're gonna stay in Serie A. Someone is gonna buy them. You know what? Because they're very good.
For sure. Especially Simy.
We can see that. Yeah, Simy deserves it. He's gone down to Serie B too many times. He deserves a spot, I think, in another club in Serie A.
But
what's the question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask. So Inter could wrap it up this weekend if they win and Atalanta loses against, or I think even if they draw against Sassuolo. Does it happen this weekend?
Me honestly, I don't care. I will love to win in Torino, but let's see what's gonna happen.
So that means you're gonna have to lose. You're gonna have to lose for a few weeks.
Yeah,
it's okay. That would be a scene. Imagine that.
You know what? I think Conte thought about it.
You think so? Now you know what? That would be the perfect.
He's gonna be perfect.
Yeah, that would be perfect scene. Conte against his former team, in his former, where he played and everything, with a new team, breaking the cycle. Man, that would wrap up one of the craziest Serie A seasons I think we had in a long time. Honestly, guys, I personally think.
I'm very excited. Let's see what's gonna happen. But I'm gonna say it again. I'm sorry for Crotone because I'm Calabrese, but what do I want to do? That's culture. That's soccer. That's what it is.
It is. You're right. We always say, what, Pasquale? We always say these smaller teams, never count them out because there is no easy games in Serie A. They can easily take points. We see Spezia this season. Just another side point. Like we see a team like Spezia, Benevento when they're on. These teams, they fight. They claw, especially when they play the Inters, especially when they play the Juves, the Milans. That's a big thing for them to get points against these teams. So, again, I wouldn't be surprised.
Especially when Benevento win with the Juve. Right, Nick?
Yeah.
Don't bring up Benevento. 3 years ago, it gave Milan fans headaches. This year, it's giving Juve fans headaches. So maybe next time they come in Serie A, or I don't know if they'll go back down, go back up. Maybe it'll give Inter headaches. So we'll see.
Yeah. Guys. Even us, Spezia Inter 1-1. Come on, guys.
That's it.
Exactly,
okay. Right? So
that's soccer. That's what it is. That's
well said.
Exactly.
That's well said. And
Pasquale,
exactly. I think that's all we have for you. I don't see anything else. Nick, I don't know if you have anything else for Pasquale. But honestly, Pasquale, from the two of us here tonight, our third co-host, Johnny, who couldn't make it tonight, we do appreciate you taking the time. We had some technical difficulties. You staying patient with us tonight. Honestly, a local boy showing some local love on our podcast tonight. We can't thank you enough for coming on.
It's a pleasure.
First off, no, the pleasure's all ours. First off, where can we find you on social media if anybody wants to contact you, the Inter Club, and we see you're always around this particular restaurant in Montreal. Maybe you can say the restaurant's name as well. Where can we find them on Instagram?
Of course. The restaurant. It's guys. It's Queste on Island. It's very good. The pizza is amazing. The pasta is amazing. The stuff is amazing. I work there twice a week right now. Before I used to work there more because I'm aware, but it's always open. And whenever you guys want, you gotta hook us up. Come over and
you gotta fix us. You gotta fix us up. We're gonna come down. You gotta fix us up.
It's no problem. But for you, it's okay. But you were fans in Napolitan restaurant.
Yeah, it might be hard.
But listen, Nick, it's okay. All my clients, the Juve fan. I respect
Perfect.
them. Honest, I like that. It's okay. That's what it is.
Perfect.
That's it. And where can we find the club? What's the club is on Instagram? Inter Club Montreal.
Yes, of course. We have a page of Inter Club Montreal, and you can find it on Instagram or even on Facebook.
Beautiful, Pasquale. Thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming on.
Really appreciate. Yeah. Sorry for my English because it's not perfect, but it was really a pleasure to meet you guys, and I hope to see you soon.
Yeah. It was a great conversation. Thanks so much for joining us.
I hope soon we're gonna have another one after Scudetto.
Yeah, for sure. Ciao, Pasquale.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Have a good one.
Unas into Simy. Crotone take the lead once again. Simy back on the score sheet.
He just can't stop scoring goals. Simy. This season, especially I find these past few months, because I found at the beginning of the season he was a bit more quiet. He's really picked it up these past few games. 19 goals this year, one of the top scorers in the league. He's scored in 8 out of his past 9 games, which is it's incredible since the beginning of March. 4 braces. 4 2-goal games. That's absolutely incredible for a guy who's playing on the last place team here on the Calcio guys. Adriano Donardo, I'm Nicholas Di Giovanni. Great conversation we just had with Pasquale. He kind of mentioned Crotone quickly because he is Calabrese.
Yeah.
And he talked about some of the players that could end up on other teams. And right away, the first player you think of, Simy. And end of the season coming, they're going back down. He was on the original Serie A team, went down with them, came back up with them as a top scorer in Serie B. But I think now it's time that he moves to another Serie A team. Unless he's super loyal to Crotone. I know they love him there. I know they really do. The mayor gives his son an honorary citizenship. But I think for his career, at his age, 28 years old, pretty much at his prime, he's gonna move to another team in the Serie A. I'm almost guaranteeing it.
Yeah, no, I think Simy, when we're talking about the first time with Crotone coming back back to Serie A, Simy rovesciata, the Simy bicycle kick. That's all we knew, right? That he was famous for the bicycle kick against Juve, or just a bicycle kick in general, right? We we almost didn't know if he had anything else in his arsenal besides a bicycle kick, right? Well, obviously, he can score or whatever here and there, but this season, guys, I think it's been it's been a real, I don't know if you want to say breakout season, because we always knew what he can probably deliver, but I don't know, man. Whatever you want to call it, Simy's having it this season. And like you said, Nick, for Crotone, the last place Crotone team, that again, we don't like to take these teams lightly, these bottom feeder teams, but Simy has really stepped up. He's really put Crotone on his shoulders. And listen, 19 goals on the season. That's a number that you shouldn't really. You might have to do a double take, but you shouldn't snuff at it either, right? So that's almost 20 goals for a player, for the striker of the bottom place team in Serie A. So, do I see him moving? Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't count it out. We were talking a bit off air, even with Pasquale, about maybe him moving and stuff like that. And anywhere you turn on Calcio Twitter, Simy, where's he gonna go? What other team? I've even heard him. We're talking about Pasquale with Inter. I've even heard some guys talking about maybe him coming off the bench at Inter and maybe popping in a couple goals for the Nerazzurri. So I don't know. I think if he does change teams, I would like to still see him on maybe more of like a mid-table team. I think making the jump to, I don't know if it's top 6. I want to say maybe even top 4. I think is a bit of a stretch. Obviously, if he can provide for them, sure. But I don't know. I don't know if that's the realistic jump. If he goes to a Genoa, Sassuolo, a Verona, Sampdoria, one of these teams, I think might be a bit better. I don't know, than going from 0 to 100 right away. But nevertheless, Simy, fantastic season. He's a fantastic player. Him and Osimhen rocking Nigeria and repping Nigeria strongly this season in Serie A. So, again, this season, not enough good things to say about Simy. It would be nice to see him stick with Crotone because, like you mentioned, Nick, the love story is still there. But again, for his career, I think he deserves a move, a step above Crotone or just this fluttering Serie A, Serie B type team. So, but again, not enough good things to say about Simy.
One team I could realistically see him going to is Sampdoria, because Quagliarella isn't getting any younger. He is still playing well. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know if he's going to retire. I don't know what his contract situation is.
Yeah, but
they've always had a problem with, who's that vice Quagliarella?
Who's next?
Yeah, who's next? I know they have Gabbiadini, but he's not cutting it. So, they are in 9th. They're quietly in 9th, up there with Sassuolo and Verona. They've scored 43 goals, which is 12 less than Sassuolo, still 3 more than Verona. But he could definitely be a fit there. And they already, with Quagliarella, he's already like a target man, and Simy kind of plays that similar style. It'd be cool if he goes to Napoli, plays alongside Osimhen, the two Nigerians together. That'd be cool, but Napoli would have to get rid of Petagna for that to happen. So I don't know. We'll see. I checked on Serie A's YouTube page. I was looking on Serie A's YouTube page on Sunday when I was kind of watching back on highlights for the week and kind of prepping for this show. So you got Simy, obviously huge following in Nigeria. And thankfully, Nigerians flocked to the Serie A page and benefited with a bunch of views because in the 4-3 game over Parma, they had 269,000 views. Put that in comparison to Sassuolo Sampdoria, 83,000, Benevento Udinese, 125,000, and Torino Napoli, 398,000. So, that's up there for a 19th versus 20th place team. And I was also looking, Genoa Spezia had quite a number of views, 268,000. So just 1,000 less than Parma Crotone. Can you guess why?
Tell me.
Because of Eldor. I'm gonna butcher Shomorodov.
Oh, here we go.
I always butcher his name. Shomorodov. No, I butchered it.
We have to ask for Fabrizio. I can't get this guy's name either.
Shomorodov. Ah, my God. I said it perfectly the other day. Shomorodov.
I can't get his name either.
I'm going to quit.
Number 61, I think it is.
From Uzbekistan. If you actually go on the comments of this video, is just a bunch of people from Uzbekistan. He's their hero. So God bless those two guys for attracting YouTube views. More views, more money for Serie A. So God bless those guys.
That's it. And you know what? But just going further, I think it's tapping into these markets that if it wasn't for these players, I don't think Serie A would reach there, right? And
no, exactly.
Maybe they would, maybe they wouldn't. We always talk about with Serie A, trying to broaden their reach, trying to market their brand, their league in further places. But with Simy, like we're mentioning, we mentioned Osimhen, the other Nigerian beast, with Napoli. I think I know Johnny has said it. I know other Napoli fans have said it. I think Rafa and the guys there, on the Rafa and Raf rant, and just other Napoli fans, just hitting that Nigerian market so strong that all eyes are on Napoli now. All eyes are on Osimhen. All eyes are on Crotone for Simy, for Shomaduva, whatever the hell his name is there. And I hate to butcher his name. Okay, we'll call him Eldor. I hate to butcher these guys' names, but Fabri, if you're listening to this, let us know how you say this guy's name, because I can't fucking say it for shit. But no, you know what? It's good because, again, like I said, these markets wouldn't be touched if it wasn't for these types of players. And you know what? I think it only benefits our league in a positive way. I would think so. I'm happy for that.
Another thing that's going to benefit the league, this Champions League race, kind of reminds me a bit of 2018 and between Inter and Lazio, and 2019 between Inter and Milan.
This is crazy this year.
But this one is 3 spots, and you have, what is that now? We're at 5 teams? 5 teams if you include Lazio. Lazio does have the game in hand against Torino, so they win that, they'd be a lot closer. So you got Atalanta 68, Napoli 66, Juve 66, Milan 66, and like I said, Lazio at 61 with the game in hand.
It's crazy.
5 teams, 3 spots, 1 Europa League spot. It's going to be crazy. I know we like to make predictions and sports at all levels, but this is so unpredictable because Juve still has to play Milan. I don't know about the other games, to be honest. Milan, they don't have to play Napoli. They already played them.
No, Milan has to play Juve, and they have to play Atalanta on the last day. What Juve has to play Milan. They still have to play Inter.
They do have to play Inter, but hopefully at that point Inter already wins the Scudetto, and it means nothing.
But that's it, right? Like now already I hate the schedule watch, right? We hate the schedule watch. We hate to say, okay, this team has to do this. And
yeah.
On my end for Milan, we already, we fucked ourselves to do that. There's no more relying. You gotta take care of your own laundry, your own business, right? You gotta take care of your stuff. But yeah, if we want to say it, I guess the way everybody else is saying it, I think Napoli has the, again, in quotations, easiest schedule going forward to end off the season. But again, what does that mean, easiest schedule, right? I mean, you can be hot, you can go cold very fast. We always say it, these smaller teams, don't count them out, especially these teams that are fighting at the bottom, right? These Crotones, these Cagliaris, these Torinos, it's even Benevento or Spezia, right? They're promotion teams. We can't count them out, right? We can't count them out against these bigger teams. So I don't know. It's gonna be close. Again, I was on the Calcio Connection the other night with Donno, Jerry, Gianni, a Juventus fan, and Steven Moore from the Laziali. And we were talking about expectations, top 4 finish. I'm sticking with my guns, like we predicted on our show. With Inter, Juve, Atalanta, Milan. I don't care what the fuck the order is, as long as those. I would like to see maybe Napoli over Juve just to get at you, but I don't know. If it's those teams, I would be happy. I just need Milan back in Champions. Because again, it's like we were talking with Pasquale for Inter. It has been too damn long that some good doesn't happen for our club. So I don't know, but again, like you said, Nick, I think it's going to be definitely a fight to the finish. And I just hope you mentioned like, oh, how is Inter going to take that game against Juve? I hope it doesn't have to I hope it doesn't have to like depend on stuff like that. Like I hope teams don't, you know. I just hope the games get played the way they're supposed to be played and hard fought and the real winners will come out of this and none of this. Oh, I'm going to take it lightly because I already won, or even not to want the last match day. Are us Milan fans going to hope and pray that they secured their UCL spot and they're just going to give us a pass? Do you think Gasperini is going to give us a pass? I don't know, but it's going to be a fight to the finish, and I'm excited to see how it ends up.
Even at the bottom, I know we've had, I guess, more exciting races or fights at the bottom in past years, but there's still, unfortunately, Crotone Parma pretty much secured it.
Well, what's the points for Parma? I don't have it in front of me.
So Crotone 18, Parma 20. So Parma is 11 points from safety with 5 games left. So they're mathematically they're still in it. So are Crotone, but that could easily change after this weekend. But you got Benevento 31, Cagliari 31, Torino 31, Spezia 33, and Fiorentina 34. So that's going to be a tight race. Fiorentina, they are a bit on the safe side. You got a bunch of teams below them. It is only one spot. But this is why we love the end of the season. This is why in the last match day, the Serie A puts like all the games on one day, and it's so much fun to watch. Not that I can't wait for it, because that means the end of the Serie A season. But that also means we're closer to Euros, right?
To the Euros.
Silver lining.
We're spoiled this year.
Cards, MVPs. Let's start with cards.
Well, fuck. My red card is. I mean, if people don't know, from my red card, it's so fucking obvious. Milan. And again, this I spoke on Calcio Connection about it. Speaking in my Milan Club Montreal WhatsApp chat, or even our chat with our boys out here in Montreal. Just from top to bottom, that game against Lazio was so important. I was totally pissed off after the game. I still had to show my love to Jerry, to Nando, to Steven on the podcast the other night, and to our other Laziali friends. But I don't know. If again, from top to bottom, the mentality wasn't there. The fight wasn't there. They got broken early. With the goal by Correa, who again always seems to have a day against Milan. It seems like every time they play against each other, Correa seems to come out of any shell that he was in. So, but again, credit to Lazio, they got the job done. They they inched closer to having some sort of or some more positivity and to get maybe into champions. Again, like you mentioned, they have the game in hand. I think they're playing in May 18th or whatever, May 18th, I think it is. So we'll finally figure out how that works out with them. But again, for my red card this week, it has to be a red card for Milan. It's just so important. It's such an important game against I guess a direct rival, if you want to say for this fight for Europe. But it was just so disappointing that they got broken early. There was no fight. Yeah, there was a bit of a fight before halftime. They were putting on the pressure, but again, no finish, right? You can create all the chances in the world, but if there's no finish at the end of it, you ain't gonna win any Calcio matches, right? So just a disappointing match, and I just hope that these players wake up, smell the coffee for these last 5 games, and really realize what's on the line, right? You went from being, and again, I don't want to bring up winter champions bullshit because I don't want to believe in that, because that's it doesn't win you anything, and I don't want to bring that up. But for being on top of Serie A for so long to now be where they are again, Milan fans are overreacting. If oh my God, we're in 5th, we're out of champions. Relax. You win against Benevento. What, we're gonna go 1 week and 1 week up and down until the final match day. And Milan fans going, oh, we're making champions. Oh, we're not. We're in 5th place, guys. let's stay the course, do what we have to do. I just hope that these players, like I said, can realize what's at stake. This Champions League spot is almost worth double for how long we've missed out on Champions League. So again, from top to bottom, disappointing result against Lazio. Again, credit to them, but my red card has to go for Milan for their display against Lazio this weekend.
Going to go to the pocket and get out the red. So red card.
For me, similar card for lack of effort or lack of trying for Ronaldo against Fiorentina. And you know what? It's not just one game, right? It's been a couple of games right now for Ronaldo. It's just, I don't know, is he hurt? What is it, you know? I don't want to speculate, you know, is it the end of him for Juve? You know, there's going to be rumors flying around. We know that, right?
Yeah.
For the next little while. Over the course of the summer, over the Euros, until the end of the summer mercato, basically, there's going to be rumors about Ronaldo, about where he's going to end up. I just don't like the way he's not trying. Not that he's not trying. He doesn't look like he's trying, because we know he could do a lot better. We know that.
Yeah.
He's one of the best players to ever play, and I know he's not like that anymore at 35. But he's a lot better than a lot of players still in the Serie A. You know, he wasn't even the best number 7 against Fiorentina. You know, the other old guy on the other side, Frank Ribéry, who doesn't have 5-6 Ballon d'Ors like Ronaldo does, had a better game. Who's even older than Ronaldo. You know, so I didn't like his effort at all. You know, Morata comes on, one touch, one goal, and not that it changed the game. It at least saved the you know, with the draw, you know, but, you know, yeah. Ronaldo, it either means two things for Ronaldo. He wants out, or he's going to go and score like 10 goals in the next 5 games, because when he goes on slumps, he comes back and he scores like a machine. So it's one of the two, but for me, that's going to be a yellow card.
This is definitely going to be another yellow.
Gianni wrote Napoli and Roma in Pez. That's what his yellow card was. I don't know what that means. I guess he doesn't like that Napoli signed the Pez contract. I don't know. They're making more money. Good for them.
Ngula Mamada, FC, their SSC Ngula Mamada is gonna be the new name. No, I'm joking, guys. But yeah, I don't know, the Pez deal. I mean, with Napoli now, apparently that's reporting or it's official. Yeah, I mean, I guess Gianni just wants to buy FIFA so bad, but he can't because his teams are not in the fucking game.
Oh,
but I don't know.
Roma has a contract with Pez. They're still in FIFA, so it depends the contract. You know. No,
but like, I mean, like, they're not gonna have like the jerseys and the whole 9 yards. They're not gonna, like, you know, their allegiance now is over there to Pez, right? And,
well, no, that's what I'm saying. Roma's still licensed in FIFA, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, I don't have FIFA 20.
No, it's Roma FC. Roma FC boy. with that bootleg badge, man. Like, it's gonna be Piemonte. It's like Piemonte Calcio. Right?
I see.
I mean, if you want, that's Juve. I don't know.
There you go. I didn't get FIFA 21. I got PES 21, but I barely played. It has the Euro licensing. Maybe I'll play it when in a couple.
Yeah,
weeks.
But like for me, like, it's hard to like. I mean, if Milan would go over to PES, like, I don't know if I would go get PES. Like, I don't know. I guess maybe I'm so stuck in FIFA, but I don't know. I mean, I know Johnny wrote that down, but. It would have been nice. I remember we always talk. It would be nice if Napoli got the FIFA license, whatever, and got like the official license or the official partnership, whatever you want to call it. But again, whatever, it is what it is. But I guess we'll move over to MVPs.
Yeah, I'll just take Gianni's real quickly. He said João Pedro, 1 goal, 1 assist. That was
I was going to mention his. Yeah, I was going to mention his name too. If we weren't going to mention it, but definitely gets a shout for me as well, João Pedro. Another underrated player, I think, that I guess I kind of find goes like unnoticed sometimes, like what he actually does for Cagliari, especially this Cagliari team that is like fighting to stay up in Serie A, which I beginning of the season I didn't think would be like to this degree, but you know, João Pedro is one of those guys that is really he's a fantastic player. He's really done well for Cagliari, and again, another goal and an assist against Gianni's team, Roma, or one of his teams, Roma. So Yeah, no, definitely a shout for me too. But we mentioned Osimhen a bit before. I think he was another. He got a goal against. Who was it against? Against pardon? No, who did Napoli play? Crotone.
Oh, dear.
I even forgot now. But
Torino.
Torino, excuse me. Yes, Torino at 12:30. Yeah, Osimhen got a goal. It was a bit awkward, but he got counted for the goal. Another goal for him. But I don't know. Another guy I wanted to shout out, and I guess I'll give my MVP to him because I saw who you wrote, so I won't touch that. But I don't know, Malinowski for Atalanta. I know it was a beat down, and when I say beat down, it was a 5-0 thumping of Bologna, which I don't know if anybody got their heads taken off by Mihalovic, but 5-0 against Atalanta over Bologna. Malinowski, I believe, got a goal and an assist in that game too. But he's been having a knack for goal, and he has a hell of a shot. Again, I don't know, love him or hate him, I don't know, but he's a player that just brings that extra scoring touch for a team who already has plenty of talent and plenty of scorers on the team. We speak about Muriel, we speak about Zapata, Ilicic when he's on, and Pessina too, who can get on the score sheet. But I find Malinowski hell of a shot, hell of a contributor for this Atalanta team. And again, if it wasn't João Pedro for me, it's going to be Malinowski for me this week, MVP.
Muriel surrounded by white shirts. That's wonderful. Muriel sets it up. Malinowski with a finish. Oh, what wonderful play by Luis Muriel with a little back heel. Malinowski all alone. And it was a fine finish.
For me, I'm going to go with a guy who only had one goal. But it was the style in which he scored. Dusan Vlahovic with the chip on the penalty. When I was watching it, I see that, I'm like, oh, fuck. But you know what?
I was like, is that Francesco Lotti there? I don't know.
The balls to do that. Such a big game against your rivals when it's still 0-0. And, Chesney is in net. If he reads it properly, that's an easy stop.
Yeah.
And in front of a guy who did it too, in Andrea Pirlo, 9 years ago, against England, on an even bigger stage.
Imagine.
And he was even more calm. Oh, you know what? Respect. If you guys gonna concede a goal, I'll let them concede that way, right? But Jesus, what a
Vlahovic, hell of a player this season.
Yeah, and he's another one like Simy who's getting hotter, and we talk about him a lot. So for me, that MVP of the week's got to go to Vlahovic.
Against their bitter rivals to try and move them away from the relegation zone. Vlahovic with a Panenka. Cool as you like.
That'll do it for us this week, Adriano. We might come back next week, and there might be a new champion in the Serie A. But as I say, every day that Juve is champion is a good day. So we're still in the period. We're still in the period right now.
Okay,
enjoy while you can.
I'm done with the show. Johnny, I'm done with the show. Sorry, guys. No, I'm joking. I had to do the famous Johnny walk-off. I'm done with this show. If you guys remember, if you guys followed us from the beginning, we back in CJO, Concordia here in Montreal, local radio station. Johnny pulled the walk-off when Nick brought that up. What was that, 2 seasons ago?
Yeah,
2 seasons ago,
in 2019, we were still not social distancing yet. We were still within 2 meters.
That's it. So yeah, if anybody followed us from back then, they'll remember that. But I don't know. It could be this weekend. If Pasquale has his way, that would be a hell of a scene. But again, 1 week at a time. We'll see how these last 5 games pan out for these teams in the Champions League race, in the Europa League race. as well, because whoever is going to fall out is going to be in the Europa. There's still Roma is involved there. I think they're in 6th, 7th place as well. So, and again, fucking unlucky today, man, with this Europa League draw against United. I saw a bit at the end of the game, but 6-2. I'm sorry. Before we end the show, I don't know, man. That result for me wasn't merited. 6-2.
No, with all the injuries.
Granted, I'm exactly right, but I don't know. It was 2-2. I turned it on 3-2. I don't know. Talking, eating, coffee, whatever. 6-2. I was like, holy fuck. Again, for me, a bit unlucky near the end. Granted, I think it was one of the worst, or up there for one of the worst second half collapses in a long time for a team. But again, Roma needs another miracle for them to rise out of their ruins, maybe at the Olimpico again, maybe. But again, just wanted to throw that out there for all our Romanisti out there. A bit unlucky today, but again, making Italy, I think, proud, just being the last Italian team out there in Europe. So, again, props for that. But that'll do it for us, guys, this week. You know where to find us. We say it every time. At the Calcio Guys on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook as well. YouTube as well as another platform. And again, guys, the support that you guys give us. Pasquale was a great guest today. If you're in Montreal, definitely check out Kester Pizzeria in the Mile End. Any Interisti that are listening by chance, if you're in Montreal, Inter Club Montreal, they'd probably love to have you as well. But again, guys, where you can find us on all social media platforms, where you can catch our podcast on all your favorite podcasting platforms. And we'll be back next week, hopefully not with Inter champions. And that's a jab to our Interisti out there. But again, we'll be back to talk about more Calcio.
Thanks for listening.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye.
The Calcio Guys is a weekly podcast by Adriano Donardo, Gianni Delacoli, and myself, Nicholas Di Giovanni. We want to bring Calcio back to its roots in our communities and share stories from around the world about why we're passionate about the beautiful game. You can listen to us anywhere where you listen to your podcasts, including Spreaker, Google Podcasts, iTunes, Spotify, iHeart Radio, and Mixcloud. Give us your opinion on social media at The Calcio Guys on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The outro song is The Last Ones by Jazar.